Hey, welcome to Cozy Builder Lab. So today, we're not just going to talk about AI. We're actually going to change the way you use it, for real, starting right now.
All right, let's just start with a really big idea here. Most people, and I mean most people, use AI completely wrong. And look, it's not because they're dumb. Not at all. It's because they just don't understand what kind of tool they're actually holding. It's kind of like trying to drive a Formula One car like it's a 10-speed bike.
But you know what? That all changes for you today. Because the absolute key to mastering any tool, really, is to understand the machine itself. Once you get that, a whole new level of power just clicks. It becomes available to you. So what is really going on under the hood of these things? Well, let's find out.
Okay, first things first, we have to know what we're actually using. Because let's be honest, when you type something into a chat window, you're not just using AI. You're really interacting with just the very, very top of a deep and pretty fascinating stack of technology.
So think of it like this, kind of like those Russian nesting dolls. At the very, very bottom, the biggest one, you've got artificial intelligence. That's the huge, broad idea, the big dream, right? Then you open it up, and inside you find machine learning. This is all about systems that can learn from data. Okay, go one level deeper and you find deep learning, which uses these super complex, kind of brain-like things called neural networks. And then right there at the very tip, the smallest doll that we actually get to play with, that's generative AI. These are the tools we know, the things that actually create new stuff. So you see each layer is just a more specialized piece to the one before it.
So, okay, what's the real difference between those layers, especially machine learning and deep learning? Well, let's use a simple analogy. Imagine you're teaching a toddler what an apple is. With machine learning, you'd list out the features. You'd say, okay, it's red, it's round, it has a stem. You're basically feeding it a list of rules. But with deep learning, that's different. That's like just showing the toddler thousands and thousands of pictures of all kinds of fruit and just letting it figure out for itself what makes an apple an apple. It's not being taught the rules, it's discovering them on its own.
Okay, now we're at the most important part. This is the single biggest mental shift you absolutely have to make. AI doesn't think. It doesn't reason. It has zero understanding. It does something, well, something much simpler and way more mathematical. All it does is predict.
So how does it make these predictions? Well, first it takes our language and it just chops it up. It breaks it down into these tiny little pieces called tokens. Now, a token can be a whole word, like apple, or just a part of a word, like the letters ing. These tokens, they're the Lego bricks. They're the raw material the whole thing is built on.
And this is the whole game right here. When you give an AI a prompt, it is not thinking about what you asked at all. What it's actually doing is this massive statistical calculation to guess what the most probable next token should be. That's it. It's basically just autocomplete with superpowers. It's just asking itself one simple question, over and over again. Based on all the text I've ever seen, what word most likely comes next? And then it does it again and again and again.
And right there, that explains everything about why your input, your prompt, is so critical. If you give it something vague and generic, guess what? It's going to predict a vague and generic sequence of words back at you. But if you give it something specific, something detailed, something with a ton of rich context, well, now you're steering its predictions. You're guiding it toward a precise and powerful result. The quality of its prediction, it depends completely on you.
So this brings us to something really interesting. Why does AI fail sometimes? You know, when it just makes stuff up or gives you a really bizarre answer? Well, get this, that's not a bug. It's actually a direct logical consequence of how it's designed. You could even say it's a feature of a system that only knows how to predict, not how to understand.
And yeah, if you really want to master this thing, you've got to get familiar with its three main quirks, the big three. First, you've got hallucinations. That's when it confidently just invents facts. Second, there's its limited context window, which is basically its short-term memory. And third, you have to remember the bias it gets from all the data it was trained on.
Okay, let's talk about hallucinations, because this is where it gets really cool. The best way to think about a hallucination is to think about a dream, right? When you're dreaming, your brain isn't perfectly recalling a memory. It's taking all these different fragments of your experiences and weaving them together into a story that feels real but isn't. Well, AI does the exact same thing with its data. It's not looking up a fact in a book, it's just stitching together patterns it has seen before to create something that looks plausible. That's exactly how you end up with those AI images of people with 6 fingers. It's a plausible-looking pattern, but it's totally incorrect.
Now, the context window, that one's way simpler. It's just the AI's short-term memory, that's all. Every single chat has a limit on how many of those tokens it can remember at one time. So if you're in a really long conversation, once that memory gets full, it has to start forgetting the beginning of your chat just to make room for what you're saying now. And that's exactly why, sometimes, it feels like it just completely loses the plot.
Okay, so now we get it, right? We understand the machine, we know how it predicts, and we know why it stumbles. So now, we can evolve. We can stop being just simple prompters and start becoming system designers. It's time to build a much smarter way to work with this thing.
And a really fantastic way to start building that system is with something called the CIDI framework. It's just a simple, repeatable structure you can use for pretty much every prompt. It goes like this. First, C is for context. You tell the AI who it is and who you are. Next, I is for instruction. You give it a crystal clear task. What do you want it to do? Third, D is for details. This is where you specify the format, the tone, the style. And finally, the last I is for input. You give it the raw stuff it needs to actually do the work.
I mean, just look at the difference this makes. The before prompt is what most people do, right? Generate interview questions. And what do you get? A totally generic, pretty much useless list. But the after prompt, now you're using a system. You're giving it the context that it's an experienced recruiter. You're giving it a clear instruction and specific details on the format. I mean, the difference in the output quality, it's not just a little better, it is literally night and day.
So let's just quickly recap the key techniques for your new system. First, always use a framework, something like CIDI, to give your request structure. Second, guide its predictions by giving it a couple of examples of what a great output looks like. This is a technique called few-shot prompting, and it's kind of like giving the AI a little cheat sheet. And third, for anything complex, just add the magic phrase, think step by step. This forces it to slow down and show its work, and it boosts the accuracy like crazy.
All right, let's wrap this up with probably the most important takeaway of all. Look, AI is not going to replace you. That's just hype you see in the headlines. But, and this is a big but, the people who understand how this machine actually works, the people who build systems to use it effectively, they are going to have an almost unfair advantage.
And that right there is exactly what we're all about here. This channel is dedicated to giving you the insights, the frameworks, everything you need to build that system for yourself. So if you're ready to actually level up, you are definitely in the right place.